strap this baby on. Woo!
Wiggle dad. It's the wiggle dad.
Oh my god! Who is she?
Don't you think it's pretty?
Yes, it is. It is gorgeous.
Oh, hi! Hello. This is probably not what you expected to see me in as me. So I have made it to Colleens. I'm still in the friggin' dress. I don't know what she's going to think when she sees the belly. I hope she just immediately feels like we're connected and we are sisters. So I'm gonna knock on the door and surprise her with my belly. She doesn't really know what to expect, by the way. So this is gonna be quite shocking to her. Hello?
What are you doing? Why is it so jiggly? What's happening? What's in this? What are you doing?
I am being pregnant for the day.
Oh
and
my
so
God.
look at us.
Look at the belly babes.
Oh, I hate this.
Oh my God, we need to do a maternity shoot together.
Yes. Oh my God, can we?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I've been walking around all day with.
What's that? Where did you get it? Why is it so jiggly, pup?
May I call you Jiggly?
May I call you Jiggly?
Like mine's firm.
Oh wow.
Like it's firm. You know what I mean? Like that is like jiggly. Like something's wrong with your baby, huh?
Oh my
Are you sure
gosh.
that's not a burrito?
I didn't know that they weren't this jiggly. I thought this was normal. Holy
No, that's like.
wow, that is
I know,
so
isn't that
firm.
crazy? Yeah, she's
Firm as
hard.
stone.
She's thick and hard. What are you doing?
Okay, so I wanted to see what it would be like being pregnant for a day, and I obviously can't get all of the like symptoms and all the like feels of what it's really like to be pregnant. So I wanted to meet up with a real pregnant woman to maybe spill the real tea about what it's like to be pregnant and not just have a jiggly caliente belly.
Oh my God. Okay, well, you know the worst part about pregnancy
Oh gosh.
is the nausea.
Oh.
So, well, for me at least.
Okay.
How sick you feel all the time. So obviously you're not sick right now.
No, I'm
But
feeling
maybe we
fabulous.
can make you nauseous.
How?
I don't know. Maybe we can like concoct some gross thing.
Oh no!
And drink it or something.
Okay, maybe some dog poop.
Yes, we'll find some dog poop and cat poop and like put it right up to your little nose.
And that would give me the sensation of what you would be going through?
Not quite. I mean, it's worse than that.
Okay. So what is it that makes you nauseous? Is it just like randomly?
Nothing. It is nothing makes you nauseous. It's everything makes you nauseous. It's just, I'm better now.
Okay.
Because I'm in the second trimester. You look like you're probably in the second or third.
Definitely third.
So-
She is bouncing around. He or she, we don't know what it is.
But some women are nauseous the whole time. So I was a little nauseous this morning, but it went away.
Oh really? Like a little morning sickness?
I didn't throw up, but I was just like, I couldn't move. I was like, oh my God, I want to die.
Is it something that you can relate to a previous feeling you've had? Like is it
Yes,
like
so-
that feeling of like right before you're about to puke or?
Yes, the feeling right before you're about to puke / like imagine the worst hangover you've ever had. It's like that, but it's all day and it doesn't go away and nothing makes you feel better. So it's like a horrible, horrible hangover / like the worst flu you've ever had.
Oh my God!
So let's find some
So
sun
let's
too.
get wasted. And
Yeah, there you go.
Let's get wasted. Come on, baby, let's go.
Oh my God, you're gonna kill your baby doing that.
Okay, so we're gonna make a concoction that will make me feel sick, I guess.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, let's find some stuff in the fridge.
Okay, cool. While Joey is resting, I am going to make a little concoction of gross things to try to make him feel a little bit nauseous. Meow. See, I'm an expert at this because I used to do this at slumber parties when I was a little girl. You put all the nasty things in one drink. Ooh, Chinese chicken salad dressing. Jelly, chili sauce. Okay, here we go. I'm so excited. I'm gonna start off with some ranch. Wait, I just realized I'm pregnant and this is gonna make me throw up. If I vomit in this, it'll just help. It'll make it even grosser for Joey. Why is this taking me back to like when I was 12 years old and having a slumber party? Oh, that one smells really bad. Some spice. We have some olive juice. think an olive flopped in there. Some jam to sweeten it up. Chinese chicken salad dressing. Every pregnant woman loves pickles, so we're gonna put in some pickle juice. Ooh, mix it all together. Oh my God. It has to smell really bad. So if I can get this to smell bad, and if I gag, then we're in the clear. It smells really gross. I think the barbecue sauce is probably the grossest thing. Look at this concoction. This looks like what comes out when you're pregnant. Out of this hole, not the back hole, because the back hole was clogged. Joey!
Oh, just resting.
Joey, resting your poos. Spread eagle.
How you lay down?
It actually is. Take a big old bite.
Okay.
Are you gonna smell it? Oh. There you go. Now you're acting like a pregnant woman. You just have to smell it, and
You know what it smells like a rotten McDonald's hamburger blended up in a blender.
That's what we should have done.
That's fermented over 10 days.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Joey, I can't believe you did that. Now you know how I feel. Oh my God. Do you feel like a pregnant woman now?
The taste is like, I think I need a little piece of a brownie.
Okay, that's fair. This is actually normal behavior for a pregnant woman.
I need it.
Because I would literally throw up or feel nauseous all day, but then at the same time crave food. So that was weird, to be like at the toilet bowl and be like, ooh, McDonald's.
Really?
Yeah, really weird.
What is the like most craving food that you've had?
It changes, but the first few months I wanted In-N-Out, like every day, and
What
apples.
is it about that? Is it like the salty?
I think it's the salt. Yeah, I love pickles, apples, random, and In-N-Out. Now I want chili.
Oh.
Like, isn't that weird?
She's moved on to the spiciness.
Yeah, so I don't know why, but chili sounds really good all the time to me, so.
What is another struggle that you deal with on a daily basis?
Well now it's like the hip pain and the round ligament pain, which is like all your parts stretching and hurting. So like, how can we make you be in pain?
Oh my God. Actually, I did yoga earlier and
Oh, did
that
you
was...
prenatal yoga?
Yes, have you done that?
I tried it, but I was like, no, bitch.
Okay, my question about the yoga, I don't know, like I almost like felt like if I were to fall on my stomach, it would just pop it right out. Do you ever get worried about that?
Well, the only time I've kind of been worried about it is when I was performing on stage, because I'm really active as Miranda and I'm running around. So there are a couple times on stage where I'd be like, oh yeah, and I'd be like, wait, is this okay for the baby? But no, you know, he's so safe in there. Like,
Okay.
Are you having a girl or a boy?
I don't know.
There's tests we can do to find out.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do the test.
Okay, we'll do that.
Okay.
Okay, so there's one test they say works. I haven't tried it on me, so we could test and see if it works on me.
Okay, yeah.
But it says if you put a ring on a string and put it over your tummy, if the ring goes in a circle, it's a girl. If it goes back and forth, it's a boy.
Oh.
So we can see if it works on me, but we'll see for sure.
Worry, we'll find out.
Okay, so lay down.
Do you ever just find yourself like rubbing your belly
All
like
day
this?
long. All I do.
Really?
All day long. And I've always seen pregnant women doing that. I'm like, why are they just rubbing
I'm
their
doing
belly?
it.
And it's like, but it's because it's like, it's weird that it's there. Like, it's weird that it's
Okay.
out there. Because like, I used to, like, I never had this here before.
Right.
So now all the time I'm like, Okay. Oh.
Is it saying
That's a circle.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
It
God,
is
it's a circle.
Whoa.
I'm not moving. So you're having a little girl. Yay! I'm so happy for you. Wait, I wonder if it works on me. I haven't tried
Okay,
it.
here, I'll try it on you.
Wait, are you kidding
That's
me?
weird. Oh my gosh.
It's not circling.
No, it's going back and forth. It
Wait,
is
does
a
this
boy.
actually work?
That's a little weird.
That's no way this works. Wait, hold on.
Was it saying I'm actually a girl?
Is it saying you're actually pregnant?
Oh my God. So now that we know I'm having a little girl, we need to think of a name.
Colleen!
Oh, well, I feel like that name's already taken, and I feel like my daughter would live in such a big shadow
That's true.
living up to that name. So I need to think of a name.
Joeyana.
Anya.
Anya, that's kind of cute.
Yeah.
What about clickbait?
Love that. Clickbait Anya.
Clickbait or like thumbnail. Emotional. Dramatic. Name her emotional.
That'll be really good for my titles in the future.
Yeah.
Give me some
tips. It's been really hard. We don't have a name yet.
Oh, okay.
So everyone's different. Some people just pick a name that they like the sound of.
Yeah.
We're picking a name that has to do with our family because we both love our family.
Right.
So we're trying to find a name that we can pass down because we love family and tradition. It's been hard though. It's like picking a person to like pass the name down and you know.
I know, but is that get it a little like, well, who's your favorite? Who are you gonna name it after?
Yeah, kind of, but my family's not like that, and his family's not like that, so they'll be excited no matter what. But it's also like, I think about, do I want to yell that name when I'm mad?
Oh.
I'm not gonna yell at my kid, but like, I think about like, what sounds sweet? So like, if I were to name him Joey, I'd be like, hi Joey, like that's cute, but I'm like, Joey?
Or
like that's
my
kind of
parents
fun
would call
too.
me Joseph when they were mad.
Joseph?
Oh, triggered. Triggered. Okay. I have a girl. I've actually always wanted. I've had a name that picked out in my head for a really long time, and that's Lyra. I've just like always fell in love with that name, especially because I read a book that had a character named Lyra in it.
That's a pretty name.
So I think this is baby Lyra.
Wow. Lyra and Lura.
Oh,
we just picked out the name of my baby, Lura.
Lura.
He's like, what's going on, Mom?
I also have a lot of questions, so I think we need to go sit down because there's a lot that like I'm just so curious, like the real tea on being pregnant. So
I got the tea.
So let's go sit down and have a little chit chat.
Okay, love that. I have to pee.
Okay. Okay, let's rest our baby bellies.
No.
So crazy.
I know, it's so nuts.
I guess my thing is just like I have a perception of what pregnancy is like, and I'm sure you obviously did before.
Yeah,
it happened.
I did.
So what were your like thoughts before versus now? Like what's something that you totally got wrong? Completely?
Everything.
Everything?
Wrong.
Really?
Yeah, everything was wrong. So I feel like, tell me if I'm wrong if you don't think this, but like I feel like the majority of people assume pregnancy is like this, you're glowing and it's magical and just beautiful. And you get a little bit of morning sickness.
Right.
And you get sick a little bit, and at the end you're really big, so you're like uncomfortable.
Right.
But like, other than that, it's just really cool. And like, there's a baby growing in you. That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I thought pregnancy was.
Okay. I think about, I mean, my mom was pregnant with my little brother, so I experienced a bit of like what she went through, but I don't think you really fully get the full extent of what it's like until you actually go through it. I think it's also similar to probably my perception of what getting a period is like. Like for me, I'm like, oh, it just like leaks out of you, but like there's obviously a lot more that comes with a period, as well as like what having a baby growing inside you is like.
So I think the biggest, everything has surprised me with pregnancy, everything. Like every woman is different, first of all. Some women are like, I love pregnancy, I didn't feel any symptoms.
Right.
So some women say that. Most of the women I talk to are like, oh yeah, this sucks. Like, and not in a negative way of like, we're not grateful to be pregnant. I'm so excited and I'm so grateful, and I think it's like, I feel really lucky because most girls can't get pregnant, or it's hard to get pregnant, and I got pregnant right away, and I'm excited, but it's hard. I've been very vocal about that, and I've gotten a lot of backlash for it, and that I wasn't expecting. I wasn't expecting the judgment that comes in like the mom community and the pregnant community was surprising to me.
I've seen a lot of families get hate for how they raise their kids, but I never really thought about like the actual pregnancy part, like of what that's like, and all the eyes on you, like putting in their input and their judgment and stuff.
It's so, like, I have been on YouTube for over 10 years, and I've gotten hate. Like, obviously haters back off. Like, I mean, that's how I coined that phrase. Like, I've always gotten hate, but I've never gotten the amount of hate that I've gotten since I got pregnant. Like, in the last couple of months since I've announced, I've gotten way more hate than I ever have in 10 years on YouTube. Everyone has an opinion, everyone judges me. If I say I'm in pain or struggling or hurting from the pregnancy, I get hate for complaining.
I am so shocked right now because
so much hate.
Could you imagine anyone ever saying those things to you in person?
I can't imagine anyone saying it in person, and I also can't imagine someone saying it if, like, imagine I wasn't pregnant, okay? Like, I'm not pregnant, I'm just Colleen pre-pregnancy, and I vlog like, you guys, oh my God, I'm so sick, I have the flu, I'm throwing up, I'm so sick. all my tweets, all my comments would have been like, oh my God, feel better.
Yeah.
Not like that. When you're pregnant, if you're sick and throwing up, like, stop complaining. Stop complaining. You know how lucky you are to be pregnant? I'm like, it's not connected. Like, yes, I'm very grateful to be pregnant. I'm very lucky, but I'm still sick. I'm still throwing up. You're not allowed to complain, and you're not allowed to talk about how hard it is.
What do you think it is about people that makes them think that you're not allowed to have those thoughts or
I think
feelings?
They want you to be sensitive to the people who can't get pregnant, which I totally understand.
Right.
Like, there's a lot of women who would love to feel those pregnancy symptoms and who would love to feel sick and get nauseous because it meant they were pregnant. So I think it's people thinking, I'm ungrateful that I'm pregnant. So me saying I feel sick is me saying I don't care that I'm pregnant, I'm just miserable, which isn't the case at all. To me, like, the best thing I can equate it to is, like, I said this to my sister to try to explain it to her. I was like, imagine you're going to Disneyland in 3 weeks, okay? You're going to Disneyland. You can't wait. It's going to be so much fun.
Yes.
But right now you have the flu, okay? And you're really, really sick. And you came to me and you said, oh my God, I'm so sick. I can't stop throwing up. I feel like horrible. This is the worst I've ever felt. And I told you, how dare you? You're going to Disneyland in 3 weeks. You are so ungrateful. What about people who can't go to Disneyland? Would you, you know, like, it's like, to me, it's like that. It's like, I'm sick right now. I'm excited I'm having a baby, but, like, you know what I mean? So that's been weird. And then I've tried to switch it because it was upsetting people. And I do want to be sensitive to moms or to women who can't get pregnant, or moms who had a hard time getting pregnant. You know, I want to be sensitive to that. So I've tried to shift more to talking about how grateful I am and excited I am and how magical it is, because it is wonderful and it's magical and it's so cool. There's a baby in me. But when I did that, people were hating on me for calling it magical.
You can't win.
No, because it's science. It's not magic. Say thank you to science and nature and doctors. It's not magical that your baby's growing in you. It's nature. It's how it works. Every woman goes through it. You're not special. So it's like, there's no way. Like,
You can't win.
I can't believe the amount of hate I've gotten.
I see, the thing is, like, I appreciate the fact that you speak out about those things, because it really, like, puts other people's minds into perspective of, like, what women actually go through during a pregnancy. Because for so many people who, like, for men and for people who have never been pregnant before, they don't know the real, like, changes that your body goes through and what that feels like. Like what we were just talking about, it seems like this really, like, cool, like, crazy experience of, like, having a baby inside you, but what that really does and, like, the hard parts of being pregnant, no one, I guess, talks about it. And I guess you're seeing why you don't really hear those stories is because people shame pregnant women for talking about those
you're
things.
taught to not, you're taught you can't complain about it, and it's only a miracle and that's it. But then if you call it a miracle, then you're being rude to science and to nature. But the other weird thing is how comfortable people are with body shaming when you're pregnant. So
Body shaming?
Body shaming. So body shaming is something obviously we're all against. It's not cool.
Right.
People do it regardless. People make fun of you if you're too big, too skinny, weird shaped, whatever.
But you're literally growing a baby inside you.
Correct.
Like,
but I feel like body shaming is like, if someone, like, for example, if someone ever called me too skinny or called someone too big, like, people attack them, go, no body shaming.
Yeah.
But I post a picture of my tummy and people, ew, gross, I don't want to see that, or ew, why is your stomach that shape? It's supposed to be a perfect round and it's a little lumpy, because, like, it changes. It's not a ball, it's a human. So he has elbows and, like, toes.
I don't know about you, but mine is
yours is a perfect circle.
round.
Sometimes mine is, and then he moves around and shifts, so, like, it changes shape.
So
and
why are people mad at you at what the shape of your belly looks like?
well, this is what I'm saying. Like, and someone said, Colleen, I'm concerned because I was wearing a bathing suit and my tummy's big, so it's stretched out the top, so it made me look flat-chested. Honey, they ain't flat. Your boobies grow real big when you're pregnant. And as you can see from my buttons, like, popping open in this dress. But someone said, I'm concerned for your baby. Where'd your boobs go? How are you gonna feed your baby? You're not taking care of your baby because your boobs are too small. Why is your tummy shaped like that? Something's wrong with you. Ew, look how gross your stomach looks. Like, people make fun of my body now that I'm pregnant. Like something I can't control. I have no control over.
It's like a natural thing.
What my body's doing to take care of the baby inside of me.
How dare you let your body get that shape of not a complete round spherical.
It's so funny. Like everyone has an opinion. Everyone's like, you can't eat that. You can't drink that. You can't, like I did a Miranda video and I was like being silly, and people were telling me it was abusive how I was treating my tummy.
For putting a cheese puff in your
right,
belly.
like how I was treating my tummy and how I was talking and acting, and someone said, because I went like this, I was like, move, like that, and I went like that, and they said, you're hurting your baby by moving your tummy. Like people have an opinion on everything when you're pregnant. It's wild. I've gotten a really thick skin.
Do you think it's just gonna get like even crazier once you have?
I think it's gonna get way worse. I think once you have a baby.
How do you deal with that?
I don't know, because like I feel my mama bear instincts already coming out.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing is like to know when to respond and when to not say anything. So the majority, I'd say 99% of the time, I'm not responding to it.
Yeah.
But people are seeing me responding to stuff, and it's stuff that I feel as a woman and as a feminist.
Right.
That I need to say something. Like body shaming's not okay. No matter if you're pregnant or not pregnant or whatever you're going through in life, body shaming is always wrong. And it's weird to me that it's more accepted and more okay when you're pregnant. Like, of course people body shame no matter what, but I just have noticed it a lot now that I'm pregnant. That kind of stuff, and telling women you're not allowed to talk about your pain, you're not allowed to talk about your struggles, shut up, we don't want to hear about you being pregnant anymore, we get it, you're pregnant, shut up. That kind of stuff, I'm like, why are we shutting women down and telling women to stop talking about something they're going through? So there's certain things that I'm like, well, I feel like women should speak up about this.
Exactly.
And say like, hey, this is magical and wonderful and beautiful, but it's also a struggle, and I want to. And scientifical. But I want other women who are watching, because since I've been open about it, I've gotten a lot more hate, but I've also gotten moms coming forward being like, thanks for talking about this, because I'm pregnant and I thought I was the only one going through something like this. I thought women feel guilty, like when you get pregnant and you're like, oh, this isn't fun, I'm kind of miserable.
I feel
bad.
Like, on like a smaller scale, I feel like that. Also, I mentioned this before, like girls getting their period, and when they complain about that, I feel like a lot of girls are shamed to not complain about getting a period. And it's so interesting. This is like on a higher scale of like, you can't complain about giving birth. You're literally growing something inside of you, and your body's shifting around, and I'm sure that's so much more painful than getting your period.
It's way more painful for me. And the period thing too, I was actually just talking about periods with Eric the other night, my fiance, because we were talking about how we're having a little boy and how I want to raise him to not be weirded out or grossed out by periods and not think it's nasty, like to think it's natural and normal and every girl gets it and it's cool because it means she can have a baby, but also be sensitive to how it hurts, because I don't like that we raise little boys to be like, ew, gross, periods, yuck. And I remember in school hiding my tampons and being so ashamed, and like if someone found out I was on my period, the boys would make fun of me. Like, I don't want my little boy to obviously partake in that. I want him to think women are amazing and their bodies are so cool that they can do that kind of stuff. We were just talking about that kind of stuff the other day, but like also with pregnancy, it's the same thing. You want people to understand that it's a really cool, awesome thing that we get to do with our bodies, but it's also really hard. And to get a little bit of credit for that
and
would
like
be awesome.
Support and not so much judgment for what you're going through.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of judgment.
Do you think that you also bringing up those tweets of people like criticizing you, do you think that feeds it more as well for people to be like, oh, she's putting attention on the fact that these people are giving her hate, let me also feed into that so I can get attention?
Yeah, I think, of course, me responding to it makes more people be like, oh, look, she's responding to people who are hating. But I think one thing I want everyone to understand, and the pregnant women I've talked to have agreed with me on this, like everything you're saying, every judgment you're giving us about our bodies, about our decisions as a pregnant person, as a mother, we are going through it times a million. So like, I already feel guilty that like I don't enjoy it as much as I think I should. I've been told it's this magical, beautiful thing that you'll love. And especially the first trimester, I didn't love it. I was so sick. And so I would cry like every day. I was like, I remember this one, I'm gonna cry. Like I remember this one day I was in the shower and I was sobbing because I was like, I wanted to love this. Everyone's telling me I should love this, but I'm so sick. Like, and I felt so guilty. And there are days where I cry because I feel so guilty that I don't love it more in those hard moments. So just so you guys know, pregnant women, like we already feel every emotion you can possibly feel. Like I love him so much and I'm so excited to meet him and be his mom, and like I'm so excited to protect him and I'm willing to go through all the pain for him.
Right.
But that doesn't mean that like I don't already feel the guilt. So it stings a lot more when people say, oh, you're so ungrateful, because I'm like, oh, am I ungrateful? No, like I don't want him to think I'm not grateful for him. Like I'm very grateful for him. I just don't like feeling sick. And so you guys should know, like I want everyone to know, like pregnant women go through all the body shaming stuff. Like if you say your tummy's a weird shape, I go, oh, is it a weird shape? Is something wrong with me? Is something wrong with my baby? Like it's already such a panicked state of mind being pregnant.
Do you have so many more fears now of just like...
Yes, because everything, like you're not supposed to, you can't do anything. You can't sleep on your back. You can't sleep on your stomach. You can't eat a lot of foods. You can't drink a lot of things. You can't take any medicines except for Tylenol. And even that you should be careful with. There's a lot of things you can't do, and if you feel any pain at all, you can't see him. So you don't know if that's him, if something's wrong. Like there are nights where I'm up all night because I feel pain, and I'm like, is he okay? Did I do something wrong? Like, and there's that fear too. If something does go wrong, it's my fault. You know, there's a lot of things that go along with it that pregnant women we're beating ourselves up already. We're already feeling the pressures of being a mom and being pregnant and doing it right and doing it perfectly. So people attacking us for it, it's like, first of all, you have no right, but second of all, like I'm already going through that, so you saying that does not help, you know? So it's like the struggles that come along with pregnancy and motherhood, I'm sure too, which I haven't even gotten there yet. I'm sure it gets worse. It's so hard.
It's
and like
such like an unnatural thing as well, because like pregnancy obviously isn't normally shown to this many people to have that many people criticizing. Normally it's just like family and friends in that circle. So you're like on a bigger scale to be presenting yourself in front of all these eyes. That's just a very unnatural psychological thing that you're going through.
And I've always, I've been online for a decade. So I've always been used to like people giving me their opinions on me and my life and my family. I'm used to that. But this is a whole other ballgame, and like the amount of hate that I have gotten just because I'm pregnant. Like I haven't done anything wrong. Like I haven't had a scandal. I haven't, online, I haven't done something really horrendous that warrants hate.
Literally just
I'm
pregnant.
Literally just pregnant, and I'm saying I'm pregnant, and because I'm pregnant, I'm sick. My hips hurt. I'm in pain. I'm tired. Isn't this cool? Look at my baby in this ultrasound. Like I'm doing things that pregnant women do, and I'm getting hate for it. It's so bad. It's so weird. It's crazy how much people like want to hate. So that's been the hardest part. Like I could handle the hip pain, the stomach pain, the leg pain, the back pain, the nausea, the fears, the stress. I could handle all of that. It's the added pressure of like everyone telling me how horrible I am for just being pregnant and how I talk about it and how I am.
I feel like they don't realize they're trying to like potentially do a positive thing by like helping you out and like criticizing you to be like, oh, you shouldn't be doing that. But what they're really doing is hurting you even more in the long run.
And hurting women, I think. Because I want to keep talking about it. I want to keep telling people what it's like and being honest about it so that other women out there and young girls can go, oh, look, pregnancy's not just like,
all fun and
I get to have a baby. It's hard work. And it's worth it. Like, 100% worth it. Like every time I see his face in an ultrasound, I like cry and I'm like, oh my God, put me in all the pain in the world. Like it's for him, I don't care. Like I'll be in pain every day, it doesn't matter. Like if it's for him, it's totally worth it. But that doesn't mean that it's easy. And so some women it is, and some women have it harder than me. And that's another thing I get, like when I complain about it, people are like, well, you think you're so special because you're pregnant. Everyone gets pregnant. It's not just you. You think you're the only person who has a hard pregnancy. And that's the opposite of what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to say, this is rough. It's been rough for me. It's rough for a lot of pregnant women. So be warned if you want to get pregnant that it's hard work.
Right.
And it's really cool and it's awesome at the same time, but it's like, I want women to be able to talk about it and not feel guilty for talking about it. I think that's not fair.
Yeah.
And the wild thing is too, is that like now that I am pregnant, I talk about it and I'll go up to other women who have been pregnant in my family or my friends.
Right.
And I'll be like, this is really hard. And they're like, yeah, it sucks. It's the worst. And I'm like, why didn't you tell me? Why? Not that it would have changed my decision, but it would have mentally prepared me for what I was about to go through. Because I wanted to get pregnant regardless, but like, I'm like, how do all these women keeping it to themselves? Like all these women are like, just shut down.
Like, to just be able to like
take it,
deal with all that pain on their own.
Yeah, and I've had men respond to me and say like, oh, shut up, my wife went through it too, and I hated when she complained about it. And I'm like, I feel so bad for your wife, because the number one thing you need is a good partner.
Support,
and someone to just be there for you and let you cry and like, you know, tell you it's gonna be okay. Because there's been so many days where I just cry and I just am like, I love him, I'm so excited for him, but like I am so miserable and I hate this so much. Like I just want to feel better. Because for me, it was all day, every day for months. Now I'm feeling better, but like it was for months, all day, nothing would make it go away. Just like misery. So, and I wasn't telling anyone. Like that day you came over and I told you I was sick all day and I almost canceled on you because I was feeling so nauseous.
Yeah.
But like, you know, obviously I pushed through because you have to.
Right.
But anyway, I'm talking a lot, but I could talk about it forever.
Okay, well, you guys all have your homework to do. Go spread the word, and please be nice to
pregnant women and mommies, because mommies have it hard too. I feel like moms get it even worse, like judgment on how to raise a baby. That's
your next chapter in your book, is going through that. So just moving forward.
Just be nice to people.
In general.
It's not even just pregnant women and moms. Just be nice to people and know that everyone's going through their own struggle. Whether it's a pregnant person or just a person at school or like a person at work. On the internet, I feel like you don't know what they're going through internally and what their struggle is and like how much they're already beating themselves up over whatever they're going through. So, yeah, I don't know. That's what I would say.
Well, thanks for spilling the tea.
Anytime.
On being pregnant. I've learned quite a bit, and I hope you guys have too, so.
I can't wait to meet your little girl.
Me too. That's crazy. I'm scared of actually having kids, which could be a whole nother video talking about like the actual conceiving and the scariness of raising a child.
Well, also pushing
a
baby out of your vagina hole.
Bitch. Good luck. Good luck with that.
I know. It's gonna be wild.
Well, okay. Well, I'm gonna head out. Thank you.
Okay, you're like, now we're talking about pushing babies out of vagina holes. I'm leaving.
Alrighty. I am back home, and I definitely found that to be very interesting information that Colleen shared upon us. So freaking wild that pregnant women, not only are they going through all these bodily changes, but they have all this criticism from people outside, especially Colleen being such a public figure and sharing her experience of being pregnant. I just find it so crazy that people would actually criticize her on things that she can't really change, like about her body and stuff. This whole experience has been very eye-opening indeed. It's been really fun having this fake belly. It's been fun wearing a dress. I feel like I need to make a whole video on me just wearing a dress for a day or a week. I'm honestly obsessed. But yeah, this was a lot of fun, and I'm so sad that baby Lyra is no longer gonna be in my belly, and I can just literally rip this off. I'm actually very excited to finally take this off because it hasn't been that comfortable, to be honest. Ugh, let's give birth. That's what the end of this video is, giving birth. Oh, wow. Oh, my baby. She's so gorgeous. Okay, well, this has been a very fun experience. I hope you guys also enjoyed watching me be pregnant for 24 hours. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and let me know in the comments down below what you want to see me attempt to do next. I guess that's it for today. I love you guys so much. I will see you next time. Good damn